Welcome, I'm Neil, part of the leadership team here at All Saints Marcham. I'd like to invite you to join with me as we continue to explore Sunday the 3rd of May's passage, John chapter 1, verses 1 to 10, I am the gate, which is available on the church YouTube channel if you would like to catch up. There are over 200 references to sheep and shepherding in the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. Indeed, some of the greatest characters in the Old Testament spent time as shepherds: Abraham, Jacob, David, and Moses. And to this day, in the Middle East, a man's wealth is not measured by small pieces of paper, money, or a digital number on a screen, but rather by how many sheep you own. In the New Testament, Jesus frequently taught and introduced new ideas by using stories and parables, often including sheep and agricultural practices, because in those days everyone understood the basics of sheep and farming. Jesus compares the people, both Jews and Gentile, to sheep, and himself as the Good Shepherd, suggesting all other shepherds and hired hands fall short in different ways. So how do we measure up against sheep, kept in the Middle Eastern system? Some positives of sheep behaviour. A herding instinct. Sheep always want to stay together. Reproduction. Sheep are really quick growing and early maturing in less than a year. And sheep are biddable and obedient. If well treated, sheep can be trained to obey. And sheep know to run from strangers. Some of the negatives of sheep's behaviour. Sheep are not well adapted to heat and drought conditions. They quickly develop heat stress and lose the ability to make wise decisions unless they can find shade. Sheep can't survive without daily fresh water and pasture to both grow and to take care of their young. Sheep are fragile, and when they are ill, they quickly lay down and die without the shepherd's care. Sheep are naturally defenceless against predators. Sheep are susceptible to internal and external parasites, which drain them of life. Sheep must be shepherded continually to thrive, and sheep need protection at night from danger. Sheep are short-sighted, and they can only see 2 meters ahead of them when grazing. There is one special type of sheep that we haven't talked about, the bellwether ram. These castrated ram lambs are hand-reared by the shepherd, selected for their biddable nature and their quiet temperament. When they mature, a bell is placed around their neck. When the bellwether sees danger, he runs towards the shepherd. The bell sounds, alerting both the shepherd to the danger and calling the flock to follow him to safety. Their unique job is to live with the flock, constantly reminding them how good the shepherd is and leading them back when they stray too far from him, helping to protect them from nibbling their way to lostness and becoming a prey for predators. Each flock would contain several bellwether sheep. Maybe if church leaders modelled themselves and were seen by the flock as bellwethers rather than the shepherd, we might have less disappointments. Looking at the list, it's not surprising that Jesus compares us to the sheep and himself to the shepherd. As Christians, we need to stay close to the flock, that is the church family, because a lone or lost sheep is very soon a dead sheep. We must spend time each day eating and drinking with the shepherd. We must listen to his voice. We must learn to obey his commands and allow his food to nourish our spiritual growth. Constantly, we will hear the sound of strangers' voices tempting us in all directions, or predators looking for a lone sheep. Like sheep, we need to run away, alert the bellwether, and follow him back to the shepherd to safety. We are not made to survive alone. That is why Jesus uses the picture of a flock of sheep as the church. Within the church family, we follow Jesus together, and he will provide all that we need to care for each other's needs. We are living in times of great uncertainty and stress in all areas of our lives. Mental health, physical health, and financial shocks. As a church family, we will do our best to support and to care for each other's needs. I believe in 2020 we will come to value our church family more than ever. We must learn to use God's given gifts and talents to look after each other and to reach out to the lost, because we are Christ's flock in this place. As we come out of lockdown, we can encourage and support each other by worshipping, visiting, eating, sharing, giving of gifts, and praying together. So in the coming days, let's listen to Jesus, run from strangers, and stay together.